So hello everyone. So I promised you to make a video on how to set smart goals, and that is what I'm just going to do right now. So before we start, just make sure to subscribe to my channel. If it's the first time you're watching my videos, just make sure to subscribe, and then please don't forget to share with your friends and family and all the people that you know, because they also need to learn from this. So let me just get into the video. So if you're setting goals, you just want to make sure that your goals are smart. And by smart goals, I mean that your goal is specific. Like, let's say you want to save, let's say 100,000. You need to be very specific that you want to save 100,000. Then or another example could be, let's say you want to buy a car. You need to know the exact model that you want to buy, from which exact company, and the exact price of that car, so that you make sure that your goal is very specific. Then the next thing you need to make sure that you're doing is that you want to make sure that your goal is measurable. You don't just say that I want to buy a car, or I want to save 100,000 shillings. You need to make sure that it's measurable. If possible, tell yourself okay, I want to be saving this amount of money every day, every week, every other time. So you want to make sure that it's very measurable, and it's something that you can actually relate with. Then another thing you want to put in mind is make sure your goal is achievable. Okay, you can't say that you want to save let's say 1 million in a year when you know that your income is not even anything closer to 1 million. So you need to be make sure that your goal is very achievable. Let's say if you're telling yourself you want to save 100,000 in 1 month, you need to make sure that you have an income that is going to make sure that you save that 100,000. So make sure that your goal is achievable. Then the next thing you're going to make sure that you're doing is make sure your goal is realistic. As in, when you're setting goals, don't set something that you just admire. You just see someone owning a chopper, and then you want to tell yourself, next year I want to own a chopper, and you know very well that you can't even afford that chopper even if you are given 10 years. So you need to make sure that your goal is very realistic, and it's relevant to your current situation, and it's something that you can relate with. And even if you go to tell someone that this is something you want to achieve, they can actually believe with you, because they're like, oh my God, I know you can't make it right now, but in future this is something you can achieve. So make sure it is realistic. Then the last thing I want to tell you is, if you're setting goals, make sure it's time bound. Time bound, I mean, you need to set a goal whereby you give yourself a time limit. You don't just say I want to buy a car, I want to buy land, I want to buy this and this, and then you just don't even give yourself a time limit. Maybe let's say you say, before the end of this year I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Before the end of this year I need to do the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when you give yourself a time bound, it means that you will always make sure that you are always on toes, and you're always telling yourself before the end of this year I want to achieve this target, and so you'll always be working towards it. So that is what I had for you today. And just to add on it, and when you're setting goals, just a reminder, because I know that I talked about this in the other video, but I just want to remind people, and also maybe if you're watching this video and you didn't watch the other one, I just want to tell you, if you're setting those goals, make sure you have an accountable partner. Now, this is someone who you trust. This is someone who you know that they want the best for you, and then you just share with them what you want to achieve, so that they can always be reminding you that you promised this, and the way you're going you might not achieve it, so that they keep you on toes, and they make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. So guys, thank you so much for watching my video, and kindly I'm very appreciative actually to see you on my channel. And just to get more of these videos, just click the subscribe button. And sometimes people say that they have subscribed, that they don't get notifications, so just ring the bell to make sure that you don't miss on any videos that I post. And if you have any comments, please leave a comment, maybe something you want to add, or maybe something you feel like I didn't touch on, and or maybe you just want to say how good my video is. Yeah, so bye, it was nice like talking to you.